Topping our NBC 26 crime alert, a man is back behind bars this morning. One person is dead and a man injured after a deadly accident in Bamberg County. Several Aiken County fire departments tackling flames at a home on Storm Branch Road Wednesday. Today, artists in Augusta will put paintbrush to pavement as they begin work on a public art mural.
I want to ask you, I couldn't hold it any longer. You gonna have chicken nuggets for lunch?
I don't think so. I don't think that's on the menu.
No.
I know a lot of people who would love to have that license plate.
Yeah, so I wonder how many other states that may spread to.
I don't know. We'll have to see. Hopefully it'll take off. Get it?
Thanks, Ashley. That was a joke.
That's all I got at 5:30 in the morning.
Well,
as you can see behind me, this is still a pretty active scene, and you're starting to get a better idea as the sun rises as to where that plane went down about a mile in that wooded area by the airport. $233 million in funding that could be cut from bases all across Georgia, including right here at Fort Gordon. Now that it's daylight, you can kind of see some of the activity going on right now. They're taking pictures and processing evidence from some of the vehicles that are in the driveway. Inside, they're bagging up evidence. And if you're going to be hitting the waterways this Memorial Day weekend, there are some boating laws that are in effect that you need to know. Investigators are looking into a shooting that left one person dead. Around 1 a.m., deputies were called to Carey Street at Datnack Street in downtown Augusta. When they arrived, they found a black male dead on the scene. This shooting is still under investigation this morning. Details are limited. We will bring you more information as it becomes available. Efforts towards a bipartisan compromise to end the government shutdown and avoid a potential national default failed again on Saturday, but some lawmakers are still hopeful that an agreement can be reached. Brian Moore has that story. The shutdown causing more furloughs at the Savannah River site. 270 employees were placed on furlough last week from the security contractor WSI-SRS. This leaves less than 500 employees working for WSI. The cuts will cause barricades 8 and 10 to temporarily close. Those are the gates on the Jackson-Augusta side of the site. And those who rely on food stamps to purchase groceries should be able to use their cards in stores today. Shoppers in 17 states, including right here in Georgia, were frustrated Saturday when a system outage left them unable to use their cards for purchases. Stores posted signs to alert customers to the issue. Xerox, which operates the system, said a routine test of backup systems caused the technical glitch and outage. Service was restored late Saturday evening. The outage was not related to the government shutdown. 8 years after the deadly Graniteville train wreck, researchers continue to study the health effects of the chlorine spill. 9 people died in January of 2005. Now the National Institute of Environmental Health Services wants to look at the lingering after effects. People who used to work for Avondale Mills are asked to participate in the study. Participants will receive pulmonary diagnostic tests at no cost. For more information, you can visit the study's headquarters at the Masonic Center on Canal Street in Graniteville. Richmond County Schools starting a Bring Your Own Technology program for students. That's going to top today's Education Watch. Right now, the program is being used in 3 local schools. It allows students to bring their smartphones or tablets to school so they can use them in class. However, they may only be used with teacher supervision. Despite some board members' concerns about cheating, officials have faith in the new program.
As I said in the presentation, misconduct has been a part.
Officials say they hope to have wireless internet in all middle schools and high schools by the end of the year so the program can roll out to more schools. Talks of a sequel to one of Hollywood's most infamous horror films is in the works, and a fan's obsession over the film has people seeing doubles. We are going to have those details after the break. Shanine and Alex. Oh, I love that movie. All right, it's 9:46. We're going to have a final look at your forecast and the day ahead when we come back. It's a community working together to clean up the damage Wednesday's ice storm left behind.
Well, it's kind of sad, all the damage that everybody's got to report to insurance companies and so forth.
Thursday, residents worked tirelessly to remove this tree from their neighborhood just so they could get out.
There's some people in here that are totally stranded that are senior citizens that needed to have the roadway cleared first.
It was the same scene repeated throughout Columbia County. Down trees, taking out power lines with them. More than half the county is left in the dark. Thursday morning, power crews from other states rolled into the county offering some relief. Total relief. is something that Emergency Management Operations Director Pam Tucker doesn't expect anytime soon.
Trees and power lines all over the roads. It's a very dangerous situation. You know, this is massive, and it's not something that the power company and other departments can get out and clear up pretty quick. This is going to be a long-term situation.
While many roads were impassable because of the debris, heavy traffic started building at intersections along county roads. No traffic lights to direct cars caused some confusion and made it hard for emergency crews to navigate.
It's majorly critical, and people need to get off the roads. They need to stay home. It makes it very difficult for emergency responders to get out and do the job they've got to do when you've got so many vehicles out on the road.
Even as the ice begins to thaw, these snapped and dangling branches still cause a threat.
We do not see this situation getting better before maybe Saturday or Sunday. We need people to understand we're under a disaster situation.
A situation many residents in Columbia County say is unimaginable.
This is just a surprise to all of us. We haven't seen anything like that.
Here for you in Columbia County, Ashley Campbell, NBC 26. Well, Paige, you know it's been years in the making, but tonight Columbia County Commissioners are expected to vote on which hospital they plan to partner with to get that acute health care facility here in Columbia County. And you've got 3 hospitals that we're talking about here. You've got Doctors Hospital, University Hospital, and Georgia Regents University. And each hospital brought their own unique proposal for commissioners to look over, which is why Chairman Ron Cross tells me that this decision is not going to be an easy one.
Oh, this is
Definitely a big decision here tonight, and of course we'll keep you updated. I'm going to go ahead and go inside the meeting, and if I get any updates, you can look for those on NBC26.tv. That's our website, and of course right here on NBC 26 News at 6 and your only local news at 7. For now, reporting live here in Columbia County, Ashley Campbell, NBC 26 News.
Fit in each one. Yes, Columbia County does have a problem with hunger.
That's why Pat Grace comes to Columbia County Cares every Friday to pick up boxes of food. She loads her car up with Saturday snacks that help feed more than 400 students in Columbia County.
And it's got 2 proteins in it, some fruit, cereals. Down the other side you have some juice and some shelf-stable milk.
And she says these meals mean so much to those who receive it. She told me about one little girl in particular.
She looked down at it again and just cried, just hung her head and cried. And the teacher said, well, you know, what's wrong, baby? And she said, nobody's ever given me my own food before.
Grice says the need is increasing. This year she's taken on more students and more schools within the county.
The ones that we were giving to were primarily in lower income groups, and now we see the middle class with their needs.
While the demand is high, Grice says the supply is low.
It'll last this week. Next week we'll have to be asking again for someone to help us with 1 week's worth.
So Grice is asking for help.
It's about the price of a Happy Meal if you look at it that way. And, you know, you're feeding the child for the weekend, not for just 1 meal.
One woman asking for help to relieve hunger within the Columbia County school system. Here for you in Columbia County, Ashley Campbell, NBC 26 News.
Everybody here's talking about it. Everybody's sad, and just feel for the families.
Scott Williams is one of many in Thompson who witnessed the commuter jet crash in a wooded area Wednesday night. He said he was sitting at the intersection of I-20 when he saw sparks.
After that, everything goes black, and then I see this massive explosion behind Milliken.
Williams had no idea what he was watching happen in front of him.
When I found it was a plane crash, knowing that I had watched it and people possibly died, it's kind of hair-raising experience.
Evan Luke says he was inside his house when the crash happened.
And we heard the whole house shook. We thought a transformer blew on the power line.
He too would soon find out what he heard was no transformer.
We got right up to Milliken and saw the flames in the field.
Now, as a community mourns, condolences are being sent to all involved in this tragic incident.
Prayers go out to everyone in Augusta, anybody who's affected by this.
And of course, as this investigation continues, we will continue to bring you updates as soon as they become available. Reporting here in McDuffie County, Ashley Campbell, NBC 26 News.